I won't say much about the third speaker.
I'd love to hear you.
I mean, to be honest, I'm not a history professor, so I don't have that much to say, but I'll talk about important points which you raised. So first of all, the argument about Bangladesh. Now, I knew this point was going to come up, and everybody gets up so hyped up about Bangladesh. But my dear friends, it was exactly a misconception of the Islamic principles of tolerance which led to this disintegration. The fact that we never even gave our Bangladeshi brothers a chance to stand on the same footing was the reason why Bangladesh got away. It were petty disputes, like they wanted a separate language. What stopped us from not giving them a separate language? I mean, if India could have 5 national languages, why couldn't we just give them Bengali as an own language? It's exactly against the common Islamic principles of tolerance and humanity, which we sacrificed, which led to the ultimate political decline of Bangladesh. So that's how we explain Bangladesh. And the fact it was only the religious theme and independence which led to Bangladesh joining hands with Eastern with Pakistan. Please, let us finish first and then we'll go on. So when we compromise on those Islamic principles of humanity and tolerance, was Bangladesh became a completely separate entity and went down its own path. Please go ahead.
I would say that again, that this debate is not about the pros and cons of Islam. I'm not saying that Islam advocates torture and oppression.
I mean, you were like...
I'm not claiming that Islam is against tolerance either. So,
please sit down.
So please.
So the rules of the debate are speaker could not speak for more than 15 seconds, which obviously you don't know. So next time you speak, please don't speak more than 15 seconds. You've had more than enough equal opportunity, and you also have a chance to speak in return. And my dear Batua, the floor is going to open up, so you'll have more than an ample opportunity to speak. Talking about the Bangladeshi experiment, because my perception, which I got from them, was that they were saying Islam was a binding principle, and even though they were Muslims, so how come they went away? So we stopped treating them as Muslims, and that's why they were away. So the second point which this interesting speaker raised was about blasphemy. And that's the hot topic of concern in Pakistan. But we tend to forget that blasphemy laws are for all religions in Pakistan. It's not just the Muslims, which are fine, understandably. There are Muslims over there, and they're going to get the major share. But to set the record straight, do you guys know that 50% of people who are indicted under these blasphemy laws are actually Muslims? And the thing is that these blasphemy laws, fine, they need a lot of refinement, and we need to work upon them. And it's true, we need to change them. But the fact remains that blasphemy laws per se are not reason enough to just sort of ditch Islam from the equation. We need to modify the blasphemy laws, and we need to make sure that the accuser, once it's proven that he's guilty, he needs double the punishment. Not only for accusing someone, but also committing a blasphemy himself. So I'll talk to you later. So that was the second point about blasphemy, which my dear friend talked about. So getting to the other sort of speeches which they made. So let me jump to my third speaker now. He gave us a very good history lesson. So just a few facts. I knew history was going to come up at some stage, so I jotted down some points. So the principle of caliphate, my dear friend, was first of all raised by Hasan Ali. I don't know if you want to pronounce that. But he was a scholar in the Abbasid era, right? And he was the first, it was for the first time that then the notion of Islamic caliphate came out. But right after that, Ibn Khaldun, who is considered the greatest Muslim historian and anthropologist of all times, immediately barred the idea of caliphate. His argument was very, very simple. He said that if caliphate was such a critical portion and injunction of Islam, how come the Prophet never told about it? So caliphate, my dear sir, is not a critical injunction of Islam, which we know and which the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, propagated. So kindly remove the caliphate from the equation. Sorry.
What is my point?
Go ahead, Bajwa. You need to speak, so...
So no, 15 seconds, I'll tell you. Blasphemy is actually for just, okay, it's for all religions, yes, but it is actually focused on just for religion. Why don't you just introduce
the concept which is...
Exactly, it is just against the Muslims, right? Blasphemy only against the Muslims. Why don't you just...
You need to read the...
No, blasphemy is against...
15 seconds are up, please sit down.
Blasphemy is against... Why don't you remove this so that blasphemy cannot be committed against...
Do you want it to come over here, or... So, I mean, obviously, you need to read the Constitution as goes to blasphemy detail. So, unless you're not...
Okay, blasphemy is against Hinduism, tell me.
Blasphemy, my dear friend, is in our Constitution. If I blasphemize against Hindus, against Christians, I'm liable to prosecution. It's not that if I just sort of say anything about Islam, I'm going to be tried. That's not. We need to move on because my time is running out. So I need to talk more about secularism. So the first speaker came out, and the second speaker as well came out with some very interesting debate about how our founders wanted this to be a secular state and all that. So just look at the notion of secularism. The notion of secularism, my dear friends, is a post-enlightenment concept. And the concept of secularism basically derives from the fact that in a society where actions and where discussions, they're liable more to reasonable and argument rather than an actual divine authority being up there and whose orders were supposed to take place. And now try to bring Islam into the equation. The word which the Quran uses for Islam is deen. And when deen is literally translated, it means a way of life. And Islam as a way of life is not just some mere rituals. It's about economics. It's about living. It's about every single thing you can think of comes under the injunctions of Islam. So how could you balance these notions of a secular society when on the opposite end of the spectrum you have a perfectly workable system that could be implemented? Fine, I'm not saying that the way that he talked about 155 sects, I don't know, even if there are 1,000 sects out there, the basic injunctions of Islam are the same.
9 points, sir!
Go ahead. No, please speak. Please speak.
So, are you in the Council of Islamic Ideology in Pakistan, which is by the in the Constitution? Do you think that the 150 sects can be amalgamated into one state religion, which no one disagrees with?
Who said that? Amalgamate them. I mean,
the state ideology can include all of their injunctions, which they believe in. Right? That's what you just said.
My dear friend, I never said that we need to amalgamate Shias and Sunnis. Like we don't have enough strife already between
them. So what is the
state religion?
What is the state religion? Sunnism, Shiism?
So,
could you give him about 20 seconds?
so we're going to have a discussion. But I mean, I just end my speech by saying this, that if there's a single injunction in Islam against democracy, against tolerance, or against any humane value which all of us want, I lay down my flag and I become a secularist. Thank you.